So I recently finished one of the best games I've ever played. The game I've been waiting for with bated breath for almost 3 years. The single game I've truly been looking forward to in all this time. The game I've had to pretend didn't really exist to stop myself from staying awake all night scouring the internet for any crumb of information on its release. Elden Ring. And perchance you might be wondering how I might feel after completing such a brilliant game. A game which is the latest in the franchise which I have so wholly devoted myself to. Happiness, joy, ecstasy, even regret. The unfortunate truth is none of the above. As the title of this video will so quickly give away, I feel completely and utterly empty. The last time I felt like this was after finishing Disco Elysium, and Persona 5 before that, but I've never felt this lost or adrift after beating a game before. In those two, I felt like I'd lost worlds and friends where I'd never get to see how their story ends. But with Elden Ring, it feels like I've lost a piece of myself. I spent 160 hours over 2 months playing it, and even though that's still chump change to people that beat it in 2 weeks, going from playing an average of 3 hours a day every day, and thinking about it from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to sleep at night, to suddenly nothing, gives me the feeling that something important is missing from my life. It's been a month since I completed it, and I still can't get over it, like it's some crazy teenage breakup. With most games, once I've put my feelings about them onto paper and into video format, I have an immense feeling of catharsis as I purge every thought I have about them from my brain, but that just hasn't happened this time. I might be done with Elden Ring physically, and after 160 hours, I just don't feel like starting over fresh. But much like the other Souls games, it's still got its claws firmly in my brain. I'm still thinking about its badass weapon arts, or what the fuck is even going on with Radagon, or just the glorious beauty of it. I love playing games, but try as I might to enjoy them, none can even come close to the almost spiritual connection I feel with Elden Ring. I've had a lot of fun playing Gungeon, and also Tetris on this beautiful bastard, but as soon as I start anything beyond a 30-minute pick up and play style game, and my character stops fighting and starts having a conversation, my eyes glaze over and the existential dread of complete emptiness washes over me again. Ever since I played Demon's Souls, I felt like these games were made specifically for me, and I'm such an insane fanboy of this franchise and company that when their games are over, it feels like I've lost my purpose in life, and have to adjust back to being an empty husk devoid of feeling, just so I can cope with the wait for the next one. I feel terribly empty and lost, and just downright awful, but at the same time I can look on the bright side. This feeling only serves to remind me how much I truly loved playing Elden Ring, how much joy it brought me through every second of every day, whether I was playing it or not. As much as my rational mind rejects the idea of games being a lesser medium, I still feel like video games don't get anywhere near the recognition they deserve as an art form. And as bad as I feel, it's kind of beautiful and empowering that a game could ever evoke such a strong feeling of loss. I guess what I'm trying to say here is that as much as this video is an outlet for my own emotions, I think it's important to shine a spotlight on moments that make us realize just how much video games mean to us. It could be so easy to write off how I feel as being over nothing, or seeing it as trivial because it's a game, but if anything, it proves that they can be as affecting, if not more affecting than any other art form due to interactivity and time investment. Knowing I'll never get to step out into Limgrave or journey across the lands between for the first time ever again fills me with sadness, but also with a profound joy that I ever got to partake in such an amazing experience at all. Games get a lot of shit, and I just want to say that whether it's a huge explorative adventure, a story-driven RPG, a balls-to-the-wall action game, or anything else, it's okay to love games. It's okay to have a deep emotional connection with games, and it's okay to feel like you've lost something important once they're over. Thank you for watching. Cheers.